Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nadj and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Really? No, hey, everybody? You gonna do all that?
Hello, everybody.
Was that your Abu Dhabi scarf that we're doing? You know what I'm saying? Since we're talking about that today, is that what the whole thing is?
No, I was just trying to be
demure.
No, smart. Yay.
We didn't get there yet. Oh man.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to your evening sip of local news, what's happening, and
real world mess.
I am extremely cold, and my name is Nadja.
I'm perfectly comfortable. My name is Jay.
You're always comfortable.
No, that's not true.
He thinks that. So anytime he comes to my house in the winter.
No, can I tell this?
Go ahead.
So I run hot, number one. Okay, I just do. So most of the time I'm leaning hot. When we're doing work at her house, or if I'm just talking to the kids or whatever, by the time I've been there for about a half hour, I start to feel, you know how you start to feel like you're getting sick and you start to get warm and like kind of hot and you feel like your throat is doing something funny and you get a little sweaty and you're like, it's just the very beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? You feel like the walls kind of closing in. Every time, at least for sure during the winter, when I'm there, I start to feel like I'm getting sick, like I'm getting a fever. And I really forget every time that, no, I'm just at Naj's house and I'm just actually physically hot and I'm not getting a fever. And then I walk out and I was like, oh, they keep their house on hell.
Yes, we do. Oh, hold on. I don't want my mic to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
I don't like to be cold at all. Like at all. Like I literally have tights on and an undershirt under this outfit and thick socks. And I will layer up even more. So at my house, it's like 75 degrees, sometimes 76.
Talk about
okay?
Bill.
Listen, Del Marva's killing us anyway. So why not at least be warm if I'm gonna be dying in bills?
I turn our house up to 72 just when she comes in, and it'll go back down when she takes her ass home.
Listen, his house is so damn cold. So cold when I come up in here. And I'm just like, I'm calling the police because there's no way that your children are comfortable in here.
You just said something we shouldn't have said. I realized that, but go ahead, it's fine.
Anyway, I can't do it. So,
yeah.
How are y'all faring in the weather?
Everybody's cold. I mean, I'm cold today. This is cold. This is winter. And, you know, I expect it, but it's not comfortable. And I am that guy. Like, listen. Be annoyed because I prefer this over, the end of July. So, yeah.
I'm summer all day.
No, I can appreciate
summer
it, but
no,
you can't escape the heat. It's just like it's there. You can put on layers and fix the cold.
Although this past summer was brutal. That 1 week, that 1 week was brutal.
When people were literally passing out in the middle of the festival.
That was bad.
Man.
Okay. So temperature check.
I'm pretty cool. I don't think this is a secret. I'm pretty good. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. We went out last night to have a meeting with Carrie Ann.
Hold on, because I want to go into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got
finish that. I'm gonna finish this story. Go ahead.
Well, because of that story that she's going to tell, I'm assuming about hanging out with Carrie Ann. I'm just a little groggy still from that unexpectedly, and I woke up this morning feeling like I'm not as much of a professional as I thought I am. And that's in part due to the fact that I've been drinking less. So I feel like my strength wasn't there.
So if he's saying that. So Carrie Ann, our dear friend, Carrie Ann.
She's a real one.
Our long lost sister, invited us out for drinks to chit chat and catch up and all that. And so we went to Wilma's. And Jay was like, there's this really good drink there. What was it called? It's like something with blood
and moon or blood and fire or something like that.
Something.
Maybe blood and fire, yeah.
Okay, it was spicy. Okay, it was delicious.
And they used volcanic salt that has like this sweet taste to it, and it's black, and it's awesome.
So the first sip got me because it was super spicy. It hit me like right in the back.
Literally.
I was like,
And I'm like, what in the world just happened?
it was super spicy.
It was the
just
most
from
dramatic
onset.
response to a simple like straw hit as you would ever. Like it was ridiculous. But
Now
go ahead.
y'all know, I'm 100 pounds soaking wet. We already know I'm a lightweight. Okay, y'all seen it. I swear to you, the drink was like that big.
Yeah.
By the third or fourth sip, I already started feeling it. Like I was like, hold up. I had dinner. I had eaten. Like I didn't understand what was going on, and I was already feeling it.
Yeah.
Jay had 2 of them drinks. I woke up so hungover.
No, I had one and I was like, this is strong,
That's
but
nice.
good. This is nice. And I finished the second one and I felt great. But then it just slowly.
Jay's eyes started to get a little red.
And I was like, what is happening here? And I woke up like, this is not my MO.
I woke up with a headache.
I was just
I
dragging.
was regretting everything. I didn't start feeling normal again until like 1 o'clock today.
Yeah.
I don't know what that bartender put.
Yeah, well.
So just putting this out there, if you want a really strong drink,
go there on a Tuesday night, get the blood in whatever the heck it is, and make sure it's the black lady with the short hair because she gotta get you right.
Child, yeah. I was slurring.
Oh,
I was slurring.
You were slurring.
A little bit.
Okay.
It was not cute. It was not cute. But okay, so outside of that, you feeling okay?
I'm cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually excited about a lot of things. We talked about that, but yeah, yes. I'm cool.
Okay.
And how are you?
Oh, how am
yes.
I? You know, it's so funny you asked. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. There's a lot going on.
There is.
There's so much going on. So I think I'm just trying to catch up with myself, and I have even more coming in the next couple of days. And we talked about self-care last week. I think for my self-care this weekend, I'm really going to focus on getting some sleep.
Okay.
Like really focusing on getting sleep. My son has a procedure this Friday. Okay. And so this is the perfect opportunity for me to rest because the most busiest person in my house is my son. So funny. Because he's going to be out of it from the procedure.
You think he might be?
No, well, the doctor said that he has to be. Like he can't be moving like around and stuff. So, well, we're gonna pray on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna pray on it.
You tell a 6-year-old this to be still.
We're gonna pray on this.
You tell that boy that.
So that I'm gonna lay in the bed with him.
Okay.
Strap him down.
So I am pretty bad about being still, and you all will recall maybe 2 or 3 years ago I got snipped. And literally the next day I'm out in 100-degree heat carrying things.
That's crazy.
And so,
oh my God,
I don't think he's going to be very different from me. And I'm like, oh well, I'm just going hard to paint, pun intended. But yeah,
bravo to you.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just taking it day by day. But I really am like need to do some self-care because I'm tired.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
All right, so let's get into some flowers. I want to give flowers to Nadia from the Wilmington Library. She announced today that she will be leaving for another opportunity. And I just want to say from my name twin, love you, girl. So proud of you. So happy for you. And I pray that all goes well because I know it will. You are multi-talented and super sweet. And like I text you, the library had a good one, and this place gonna have. Then the place you're going to is gonna have a great one. So
yep.
Yeah. 100%. State Representative Medina Ford, State Representative Melissa Brown Minor. They were sworn in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They were sworn in. 2 beautiful, strong Black women representing for the state.
I loved Medina's her outfit and that little just brief post.
She made me want to pull mine out.
It was so pretty.
Yes.
It was so pretty.
Yes.
Like genuinely a pretty, just beautiful. I don't know what you would call it.
I bet you I could fit it.
It's not a dress though, is it? Is it a dress? What would you call that? If we don't know, we just don't know. But whatever it was beautiful. So
yes.
Yeah.
And then also flowers to CJ Bell of Connect Delaware. He was just appointed, or he was just named Delaware Division of Small Business Director. Mm-hmm. So congratulations. Any flowers on your end?
No.
Okay, so flowers to all of you lovely people for all your wonderful accomplishments. Let's just get right into the topics.
Which one do you want to start with?
TikTok is dying. TikTok is leaving. The interwebs are crying about it.
But do we know that yet? It's not actually final. Like, we think it's coming, but it's not 100%.
Well, all I know is
it's not 100% yet.
What's his name? Teddy? Is it Teddy Pendergrass' son? Not Teddy Pendergrass. No, it's no. What's his name? The guy who runs Fan Base. It's a famous musician's son. He's got the same exact name as him.
Okay.
I can't remember, but the platform Fan Base, they are pushing heavy for everybody to go from TikTok to them and also invest. They went originally, like, the investment was like $99, and now they're asking for $399, and people was upset. I did sign up for Fan Base because I wasn't sure with the Facebook and the Instagram stuff, like what's what. I don't know. I'm quite honestly tired of social media.
Nothing is official. I actually suspect that they're going to figure out a way. Like, people always figure stuff out when it comes to real big money. Yeah. There's always something going on behind the scenes, and I think it's almost someone will figure out how to keep TikTok here because there's too many people who will lose money. And I could be dead wrong, but that's my opinion. Yeah.
I don't know. These people, they really struggling. They really struggling on the TikTok tip. I mean, you know, we get at least $4 from Facebook every.
And but to that point, there are a lot of people who do make significant money on TikTok. So I would be obviously very upset if I had a whole following that I built up that was making me money, and that, you know, I get it. But again, you can't rely on social media.
I couldn't.
If the getting is good, get it. But you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Drake has filed a lawsuit against his record label.
I feel like okay.
For what was it, defamation?
Yeah, like,
go ahead.
There are
defamation over.
I'm thinking about this as we talk about it, and you tell me your opinion. All right. Okay. So
he's mad,
and he's like
embarrassed, mad.
Drake is ruining it for the light skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Because everything he's doing, wait a second. Everything he's doing is like stereotypically light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Everything he's doing is stereotypically light skinned, and it's really offensive to me.
Oh no.
On the other hand, and I'm not actually a big fan. I smell something funny there. But what's the new Mufasa, Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
So he is bringing it back. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron,
because
Pierre,
everybody loves him, and you know he's helping out the situation. He's balancing out. Now they're both not American. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. You know, but Drake, I've never really liked him. Even like, I appreciate and understand what he has done for hip hop in a way, but it is really hysterical for me to watch his true colors come out because it's just bitch ass behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't start a beef.
You can't,
when you lose, go and
like,
and
I understand
somebody.
that he's sort of above hip hop in a certain kind of way in terms of how he probably views. He's really a pop star, right? So I understand that, but like, if you're going to engage, there are certain just things that you always take. You know, like you always. This is a stretch, but you always open the door for a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a beef, a hip hop beef,
you take your whooping.
You take your ass whipping, and you don't sue. You don't call the cops. You know what I'm saying?
I love how he did this right before the Super Bowl too.
Oh,
as if that's not gonna
petty.
That just makes it more of a reason why people are gonna
petty
watch,
bitch ass behavior. And I know he won't ever really lose his fan base, and it doesn't matter who are we, blah blah blah. But good God, like, there's just like, isn't there any small place where you're just kind of like, you know what? I took a big L, and it's okay. And like, you just wait a year. Come back with some more of your, you know, poppy hits, and it's all on and popping again. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to take that L. Jay-Z took his L like a man. You know what I'm saying? Nadj waxed him, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We come back. We fall down, but we get up. It's okay.
Literally. I think because he's been taking it like a little sissy. Like that's why, because he's put music out since. But because he's been so, like, such a baby about it.
Like,
everything else is falling apart.
Kendrick is a writer's writer. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough mountain to climb either way. And you took the L. At least you fought. Like you fought, and it's okay. You took the L, bro. It's okay. You know, you're gonna sue people.
What's his name? What's his name? The one who bowed out early.
J. Cole. He was the smartest one.
J. Cole said, "Listen,
Listen
here. I'm not about this life.
No,
I can't do it.
Yeah,
That's between y'all. My name's
come
Ben,
back
and I ain't in it."
Yep, and he can come back and get his paper with either of them. You know
And he
what
sure
I'm saying?
did.
And so
And he
no,
sure did.
He was that's a smart, light-skinned American brother right there. You know what I'm saying? He did things the right way. Well done, J. Cole.
Well, prayers to you, Drake.
No, kick rocks. Just go back to Canada, stay up there and freeze, please.
Oh God. Okay. So diamond sales are plummeting.
Yeah.
Diamond sales are plummeting
Because they're stupid. And they're completely manipulated by the diamond industry, and half of them are immoral anyway. So
the diamond industry is dying. So natural diamonds that are found in the earth, those sales are plummeting because the lab grown diamonds are more sustainable, they're cheaper.
They're not being fished out by some child for pennies on the dollar, Yeah.
And the other thing that people are adding to the conversation is that my generation, the millennials, we can't afford them anyway. Most of us are having trouble affording basic necessities. We can't buy a house, can't buy new cars the way we want to. Why would we buy diamonds? So a lot of the diamond companies are struggling and are starting to look for ways to get rid of their diamonds and start bringing in lab diamonds.
Listen, I understand that it's pretty, but the whole premise is stupid. And as someone who spends a significant amount of time singing for weddings and watching the amount of money that people will spend, thank you for spending the money on my wedding band. We really appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Buy that band.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But the idea of going into any kind of debt or spending a giant sum of money as you're starting your life together is just stupid.
Yeah.
So, I'm makes perfect sense to me. Never made sense to me in the first place. I just did it because, all right, that's what I got to do. But yeah.
I was never a diamond girl. I don't know. They just didn't. I wasn't attracted to them like most women are, or most people are. I was more like, I want something that just looks pretty. So it could have been a gem or whatever. It's funny because my vocal therapy doctor, her diamond's so big, her hand looked like it's leaning. Like it, I don't know how she's able to stand up.
Oh, that's why. Never mind. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, my God, it's huge.
I mean, cool, but I don't get it.
I don't know, but it's interesting to see this. But I will say, I do like that people. So real quick, before I say this, lab grown diamonds is the same process as a natural diamond with the pressure and all that stuff. It's just in a lab. Yeah. So the allure for some people who are on the natural diamond side is, no, it's from the earth and it's natural. And then the people who are from the lab grown are like, no, this is sustainable and we're helping with our carbon footprint and we're saving lives.
Yeah, literally kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking to buy a natural diamond, this may be the time.
Or if you have common sense and don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money for something just to say that you love someone and live the rest of your life with them, feel free to not do it at all.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, please. Anywho. Okay. Do you want to do your conversation or do you want to do my conversation?
Which one's funnier?
I think yours is probably funnier. Duh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I forgot. Yeah. So, this isn't really funny actually, but my best friend brought my band to his company celebration last year last week in Lancaster. So he's a really great dentist and he has like 230 employees. And it's all dentistry and they have all the different practices, or all the different specialties, blah, blah, blah. So he gives a speech, and in the speech, he says the idea that if you work at something you love You'll never work a day in your life is bullshit. Because you're going to work. And he said it very casually. It kind of just,
he said that.
He said that.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. I
So-
didn't understand your text. Got it.
So he said that during his speech. He was talking about company goals, and he was saying how hard he works, and was like, listen, I work my tail off. It is work. Like, I love what I do, but there are days when I'm working. And it was a really important message for anyone to me, because I think that a lot of people are searching for this space of just constant bliss. I love everything I do and everything is balanced. And I know that no one's that extreme, but
yes, they are.
And so it's an impossible thing to achieve if you're being serious about anything that you do. I love music. I love photography. It's my new thing, right? I'll start with there. Every time I go out shooting, for the most part, I am in a happy place. I get excited to go back home and open up, my files and see what I kind of caught as I'm out there fishing for pictures. And I get excited and I love it. I really do. Like, it makes me actually happy. But when I have shot an hour dance performance and my brain is fried at the end of it because my attention, gets tried, and I have to come open up 600 files.
Oh God,
I don't like doing that. It's not exciting for me. It's not enjoyable. And so do I then say, well, I just, this photography is not for me. It's just this part of it really affects how I feel, and it affects my mental space. And so I don't think I'm going to, no, nothing. There's nothing you can do in life that's just going to be fun. And quite frankly, as I said, all the time. And there are moments of great fun, with the wedding band. Like, I'm generally having fun. I love my band. I love my bandmates. But I every single time I sing Uptown Funk, I want to jump off of the stage and just bash my head into the wall. I can't stand singing the song. But am I going to be like, well, I think I'm done with this? Like, I will walk off this set. No. But, like, there are parts to everything that aren't going to be comfortable. And that's from art all the way to dentistry. And, you've got to have a space where you just tighten up and man up, because it's not going to all be fun. And the thing is, the struggle is often the thing that makes you stronger. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have this really, really, and I can only speak to my generation, but there are a lot of people in my generation who thought and who think that everything is just supposed to be super easy. And if it's not, quit.
Right.
Oh, put it down. Oh, walk away. Because it shouldn't be this hard. There shouldn't be this much friction. Actually, there should be. The simplest way I can put it, when you are using your hands to do anything, eventually there's going to be some callus. Why? Because you're working. You're doing something. There will always be something to show that you're doing some work. If there is no callus, if your legs and your muscles aren't tired, if you're not burnt out a little bit, you're not working. Like, there's always going to be something, no matter what you're doing. So if you decide to bake cakes for a living, you're going to be tired. You're going to be hot and sweating and tired and worried about, did this cake come out right? Did the flavors work here? If you are a photographer, like Jay said, you're going to have 400 photos that you're going to have to go through to decide whether or not you should edit this, and that. If you're a surgeon, yes, cutting may be your favorite part, but what work did you do to get there? Because you're not just going to show up.
Or the red tape that you got to go through to get a surgery approved. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Right. Hey, people who are entrepreneurs and make their own oils and perfumes and their own jewelry, it takes work. It takes work. You have to practice at your craft. That is work. When I perform, you think I just got up on the stage and that's it? No, it took me hours to learn the song. It took me hours to learn the lyrics. It took me forever to figure out what vocal techniques I was going to use. Everything takes work. And I can still love it my children, I love them, but it's work. It is work. So that mentality it's one of those things where people are like, it reminds me of like the Instagram pages where it's like all these beautiful quotes and there's flowers in the background to make you feel, really good about it, but it's not really it doesn't really apply to life.
Yeah, cyber bliss.
Yeah.
So to your point with the kids, actually, you know, and I'm thinking a perfect situation that I'm trying to figure out is like my daughter, right? So she works like a dog with track, and she runs really, really hard.
God bless her.
And
My knees hurt thinking about it.
And she's certainly talented, and she has, so at the end of last year, her literal first year of running track, she was like, how come I didn't make Junior Olympics? I'm like, honey, these things take time and work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I saw and see even now some of her frustration with the fact that it's not just like here, even though she is working. And it's like, I'm trying to not push her too hard so that she hates track.
Right.
But I also want her to understand that accomplishing anything significant requires things that sometimes aren't fun.
Yeah.
And so trying to teach her that lesson early is what I'm trying to navigate without pushing too hard. But it's like, it's a life lesson. It's something that everyone has to understand, that like, there's work is never going to go away. Discomfort never goes away, and you have to figure out how to embrace it and know when it's at a point where it is unhealthy and then get rid of it. But when you start to get uncomfortable, a lot of times that's where you're actually growing, you know? So
and I guess a way to transition into this thought, a lot of people are looking for instant gratification. And unfortunately, social media is a great example of instant gratification. I was reading something where it talked about how people will be on social media. They'll have an idea, like they want to start a fashion line. They want to start a clothing line. So they'll start looking up videos. I think we talked about this before. They'll start looking up videos of people who are stylists or of different clothing brands, different styles, so that they can start to build their ideas and put their ideas together of how they want to run their business. The problem is that there are so many different things that they'll be looking at that eventually, at some point, it tricks their brain into thinking they've already accomplished it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get off the phone and they actually sit down to plan things, they feel defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I just went through all of this. Like I just scrolled and I just found all these ideas, and now there's nothing here. And you felt good when you were scrolling, like, oh, I love that. I can put that in my store. I'm going to make my website look like this. And you get off and you put it down on the
and there's nothing.
laptop, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can't do it. It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
a perfect example to that point is I'm in the process right now of learning how to use a new piece of equipment. And I have to spend some time online, like YouTubing certain parts about how to use the machine. And I'll watch it knowing I have to watch it.
God, that's so brutal.
And after I've watched it, I'm at first I feel like I just did something.
Right.
Then I go downstairs and turn on the machine, and I'm like, oh, I
Nope.
haven't done the damn thing, because
Nope.
you have to actually do the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta hear the sound come out and be like, oh wait, it's a teeny tiny step. You know what I mean? It's a micro step.
Yep.
So
Listen, get used to working hard. It's going to be a part of your life regardless.
Yeah.
How hard you work, you know, I always love this, that what my sister says. She says, you don't have to bleed to know that you're working hard. Like, there should be limits. You should have limits on how hard you're working on something.
But if you're playing guitar for a long time and
you might
building
bleed.
up your calluses, you might bleed
but
on
also,
it. I had blood on my piano.
no, I was just about to talk about that. Wait a minute now, because this man just plays hard. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between working hard and just playing too damn hard. The poor piano is beat up. Like, he's the Ike and the piano.
Oh, wait a
Cena.
minute. This is offensive.
It got the singing though. It's singing though. You be having to sing. You're gonna have to work hard regardless.
Mm.
And speaking of working hard, we're gonna talk about how hard I worked.
Yes. Okay. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to assume. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very odd transition.
No, it's fine.
But I had a realization yesterday, and I really wanted to talk about it on the show today because I don't know, I feel like somebody may be able to use this story for themselves as motivation. And I haven't talked about it before. So y'all know that last year, the end of 2023 into 2024, I decided to go to Abu Dhabi to fulfill a dream of mine to sing overseas. And I went to sing at a jazz bar. And I was supposed to be there for...
Jazz bar.
Right, jazz bar. I was supposed to be there for 2 months. And when I got home, I didn't talk about my experience. I didn't tell people when I was home. I didn't tell, like, I posted videos, you know, a lot of you watched them. But there was a point, I'm sure people were like, well, when she got home, we didn't know what happened because I made a big thing about it, you know, when I went. So I wanted to take this opportunity to tell a part of the story so I could heal and that other people may get something from it. I don't know where to start.
So, okay, maybe I should kind of help this a little bit. Or like, so what was the sort of fundamental realization that you had this week?
So the 14th, January 14th was 1 year ago, the last day that I sang on stage in Abu Dhabi with a full, complete voice and was not ill. On the 15th of January, a year ago, I started to develop pneumonia. And I got really, really, really sick really fast.
Right. But over the course of that, say, 4 to 6 weeks, even leading up to it, I think that there was just, from what I recognized, was like constant disappointment with what the situation was versus what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of the main things that was fundamentally backwards about it for you, that was constantly beating at you, is that you were having to sing music that really didn't sit with you. It wasn't your show. You went over there to do very specific things, and you ended up doing a lot of like wedding band kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's not what you signed up for.
Right.
And I feel like that, I mean, I don't want to talk for you, but like.
Yeah. So I was hired to be myself. I was hired to be myself as my own artist and choose what I wanted to sing. And when I got there, it immediately was not that. And there was a lot of miscommunication in many different ways. And I suffer from anxiety, like really, really bad anxiety. And something that triggers my anxiety is miscommunication and feeling like I don't know what's going on and feeling like I can't trust you. And immediately when I got there, I mean, immediately when I, was back and forth before I left, it was not great. But when I got there, when I touched down, 10-hour time difference on the other side of the world, everything was exactly as it was not supposed to be.
Yeah, even the sound, like the actual venue, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like
the venue was not what it was supposed to be. The people who were supposed to be taking care of me, it was all incorrect and wrong, all of it.
And you were by yourself.
And I was by myself. I will say there were some saving graces. Cheryl Mack, she was a saving grace. My band members, Dahi Idris and Dev Adams, they were saving graces. My mom were saving graces, and the kind people that worked at the hotel I lived in were saving graces. But to be completely honest, there was a lot of shame because I made a very big decision that ultimately almost killed me. And yesterday it just hit me because I know I'd never said anything, and I've been trying to process everything that happened. And that yesterday was a very significant date. So after I got off the stage on the 14th of January, 1 year ago, I remember feeling really sick, and I told them I was sick, and we had off on Mondays and Tuesdays. I developed fevers. I was sweating through my clothes in my bed. They had to change my sheets every morning. I couldn't barely walk. I was hallucinating. I ended up going to the emergency room where they were hesitant in treating me because they thought I was poor. The paramedics actually didn't even want to take me to the hospital because they kept saying, you know how much it's going to cost. And it was, and they could see I was physically sick, and they just kept saying it's just the seasons change. That's all it is. And I was literally sweating, like dripping sweat, when that man was talking to me about not going to the hospital. I tried my best to do 2 more gigs, and I physically couldn't sing. And ultimately, I ended up coming home because I was so sick. And when I got home, I found out that I had pneumonia.
So what would you have done differently?
I wouldn't have gone.
Okay. But if you could redo it and you were there, is there anything you would have done differently in the actual circumstance?
If I was there?
Mm-hmm. Like going backwards that way?
No, I would have came home.
Right.
I would have came home.
So what would you say? What's the lesson to be learned for someone else to learn?
The issue for me, and why I'm saying this is not because I got sick. It was the treatment it was the lack of treatment while I was there. From before I got sick and while I was sick. What I want people to understand is not every opportunity is the opportunity. For years, you know, I was like, I'm going to sing overseas. I'm going to be an international singer. One day it's going to happen for me. And then this opportunity came up, and I knew, I was like, God, this is it. This is where you want me to be, because you wouldn't give me something. You wouldn't give me something that I shouldn't have, you know, like I've worked for this. So this is obviously it. And my mom reminded me that basically the devil was pretty. The devil was beautiful. And for me, the red flags I should have allowed to be what they were. Instead, I kept pushing them aside. There were so many red flags. And many times I dimmed my light. I lessened my worth just to get there, because I was like, no, this is a great opportunity, completely negating all of the problems. I was like, nope. But I should have listened, and I should have known my worth and stayed knowing my worth, so I didn't have to go through what I went through.
I feel like, and you will tell me if I'm wrong, fundamentally, what you chose not to do was follow your instinct.
Yeah, my gut.
Yeah.
My gut was
like your guts is
telling
you know?
me absolutely no.
Yeah.
Absolutely no. Like there were things that would just come up, and it would be like, sis, girl, Nadj, no, absolutely not. You would not. You would, if it was somebody else, you'd say hell no.
Why do you think you kept not listening to yourself?
Because I was 32, 31. I had never been out of the country. I claimed to be this beautiful singer, this, accomplished singer. And, I was like, this could be my opportunity to be something better. And I had felt like I wasn't good enough for quite some time. I hadn't been able to record an album, and like, it just was like, I had plateaued, and I felt like I wasn't who I thought I was in my head. Does that make sense?
Almost, not completely, but almost.
I felt like a loser. I did. I felt like a freaking loser. And I got this opportunity.
And that was your chance
to not be
redemption.
A loser. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt like that. And I just allowed so much. And when I got home, I went to therapy. I got healthy. I let people love on me. And the biggest thing that resonated and has been resonating with me is follow my gut. Number one.
Which is fundamental advice for anybody.
Anyone.
But yeah.
No matter what the situation, follow your gut. If it says, listen. But also that the only person that I need to impress is myself. The only person that I need to be proud of, the only person I need to, what is it? What's like
Satisfied?
yes.
Okay.
I need to be proud of myself for myself and satisfy myself. And that was a reminder that I needed to take care of me and all of who I am as a mother, as a woman, as a friend, as an artist, and never allow other people to make me feel smaller than I actually am. Yeah.
This is like turning into like a sort of an interview. Last question. So how will that experience dictate how you move in the future?
I'm a lot more aware of people's movements. Like, I'm not trusting of people anymore. It's been very hard for me to look people in the face and believe what they're saying just from the jump.
I mean, I think that's fair.
I think it is, but I said this to you the other day. It's at a point where I'm fearful of being hurt. I'm fearful enough of being hurt that I don't want to deal with you at all. So that is a problem because I've always been a friendly person. I've always been an outgoing person, and for a while I was very naive and would trust people just based off of them saying, "Hey, Nadj, you can trust me." Oh, okay. Now I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody, and I'm scared, and I have very bad anxiety when it comes to meeting new people and having conversations.
Yeah, the anxiety part sucks.
Yeah,
because we said this, but we're saying it on the air to say it. I don't trust anybody. I really don't. Like we were saying, all of my real close friends, they've been my friends for 30 years at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes a long time to be that close to me.
Yeah.
And I can function around people that I don't trust. Now, if I know that you're going to be doing me dirty, I'll just cut you out. You know what I'm saying? But I can function in a place of like, I can't really trust you, but I can work with you. Yeah. So, but the difference is I don't have anxiety, but it's like, yeah, all right, cool. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a risk and I'm prepared for it to fall apart. And if it does, so be it.
Yeah.
It's a gamble, but I don't trust anybody.
Yeah. I've never been that person.
I've
never been that person. I have been the person that will cut somebody off. I have been that person.
I gain trust by going through difficult situations. You don't know anybody until you see them pressed up against the wall. You don't see anyone's true character until they're under stress. Yeah. And that's when you see what's real. So if I go through a stressful situation with someone and I see characteristics that I'm like, I bet I can trust you, and I see that you don't, start blaming me or like trying to, do destructive things, then I'm like, all right, cool. And it's step by step by step.
That's the thing for me. Man. Since I was a kid, I have always had hope that someone is a good person. I've always led with they're going to do right until they do wrong. Mm-hmm. That's always been my thing. And I've always been, for the most part, if you're not doing something horribly malicious, I'm always willing to do second chances. And I didn't always have
I'm down with second
that
chances.
Anxiety of meeting people and getting to know them and hearing them out. Now, since then, it is very difficult for me to have.
I just thought about it. I approach me the same way that I approach strangers around my kids. I assume you're a piece of shit. And
oh, no.
No.
Yeah, that was not me.
No. I assume like if I see anyone coming near my child, I'm on like, yo, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching you. I don't trust you. And then over time, maybe you could babysit. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's
the thing. It wasn't like, oh, trust, here's my house. No, right. But it was like, I was ready to have a relationship. Like I was always open to relationships with people.
And I respect that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
but not no more.
Literally the opposite.
Not no more. Like I have, it's very hard for me. It's just hard. Like I have my group of friends, and anyone else trying to come into that space, I am immediately like, no, what the hell do you want? Get away from me. Don't text me. I'll block you. Don't talk to me. I don't trust you. And it's to the point where I'll complain about it openly. Like, I don't like how this person is trying to like be up in my space. And I don't like that feeling because I've never dealt with that before. And it could be a good thing, right? Like, because I don't want to be that person I was that got me into this situation. But I also don't want to be fearful of friendships and relationships. You know, I will say a friendship and relationship that I did accept that has been so beneficial and so healing to me is Damala.
Okay.
Like, we were cool, we was friends, but we didn't get close until this year. And I'm so thankful for that friendship because I just feel like when we're together and when we talk, I just feel heard and seen.
Sure.
You know, and I think I really needed that. The other thing that I learned is I am great. I am talented. I'm not a loser. And there's going to be a lot of imposter syndrome, like a lot. But I have to constantly remind myself that I am the bomb. I am Naja. I am the bomb. I'm the shit. And I got this so that I can continue to move forward in my artistry and not allow situations like that to beat me down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about it?
Just know your worth. Know your worth. You know, don't allow people to manipulate you. If you feel it in your gut that something isn't right, it's not. It is not. So
cool.
That's really it. And I feel really good that I got that off my chest.
Good.
Yeah. Anything for you?
No. What's next?
That's it.
The whole show?
That's it.
Oh, well then let's. Yeah.
And now we got what's going on around town.
Yes. All right. I'll start with the first one. You ready?
Well, no, I'm not ready. Don't rush me.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Hi, it's on.
Oh my. Wait a minute. All right. So on Monday, January 20th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Delaware Art Museum.
The place where you work.
Yes, the place where I work. The MLK Day of Service. We have Christina Cultural Arts Center. We have Wilmington Children's Chorus. We have 7 guys doing poster making. We have Shah, who will be our keynote speaker. I'm so excited about that. There's going to be free hot chocolate, free Wawa pretzels, grocery giveaway by Delaware Urban Greens. We have.
I'm excited to hear Shah speak because I've never heard her speak before.
Yes.
So I'm actually excited.
Yes, it's going to be really great. There's a school supply drive, so please donate. You can come and bring donations. They will be distributed to different schools in the Brandywine.
Can I get those donations?
I can't. Please donate if you can. We're going to be distributing them to the Brandywine and Red Clay School District schools. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. Come and serve your community. There will be other nonprofits there to talk about their services and how you can get involved or receive services if you need. Next up, we have the Slow Art Experience.
Basically, we're going to spend this next time telling you everything that's happening at the Delaware Art Museum. I'm joking. I key it. But go ahead.
So basically what you do is you come and you look at one piece of art and you look at it for a very long time to analyze it and you talk about it. So if that's your thing.
Actually cool.
If that's your thing, come and do that.
That's actually cool.
Yes.
Cool.
The new cocktail series, learn to make free mocktails or cocktails, light fare, and lots of fun. This is going to be at Liquid Alchemy Sunday from 1 to 3.
I should say Liquid Alchemy makes mead, and mead is really, really good.
Isn't that the medieval stuff?
I don't know, but I think it's actually started in Egypt. I think it's Egyptian. It actually goes back to Africa.
Excuse me.
No. I'm sorry. I don't mean like that.
I'm sorry, my brother. I apologize, King.
Don't you ever call me king again. Don't you ever call me king again.
I am so sorry. I am not worthy of this conversation.
It's fermented honey. All right. It's honey wine, basically. And it's really good and it's light and they have different ways of doing it. So you should go. Well, listen, we got a lot. Never mind.
No. Don't even.
But you should.
So yeah, Liquid Alchemy is Sunday from 1 to 3.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on, what's that? Oh, so tomorrow night.
We can introduce the word now, I think.
Okay, so Del Art Nights, illustrious fashion tomorrow evening. There's going to be fashion pieces from students at University of Delaware that will be displayed. There will be there's a gallery talk, and Sunday Blue will be playing a curated playlist.
And we will be Soigné.
We will be Soigné, baby. I'm always Soigné, okay? Which means like stylish and elegant and well put together.
I want to be clear,
I'm
though.
Soigné.
No. You think that we just made up a word.
No, that's real.
Everybody go to your dictionaries right now and look up Soigné with the little slash.
Accent.
Soigné.
Soigné.
You know what I'm saying?
So
From now on,
be prepared to be sick of me.
Soigné and sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's the next
Soigné.
thing.
Hurry. I hate you.
I do too.
But tomorrow night is free, so come out and have you
Put on your Soigné best.
Soigné It's so annoying. Oh God. Okay. For Us Events presents Unmasked the Murderer, Masquerade themed murder mystery dinner, January 18th. 6 to 7 is the cocktail hour. 7 to 9:30 dinner and show. Complimentary bar. ForUsEvents.com.
Bang.
All right. And then hip hop happy hour featuring DJ Sean Classic, 5 to 8 p.m. $5 drink specials at the Nomad. We love the Nomad.
And Sean Classic. He is one of the pure DJs. A real hip hop turntablist, like he knows his craft.
Yeah.
So go to Nomad and get that authentic hip hop DJ. Yeah. What else? Is that it? Oh, that's it.
No, there's one more.
There is?
Oh wait, no, it isn't.
Oh, you got to do the movie.
Yes, and if you didn't know, Delaware Museum is also doing movies on Sundays.
No, go ahead.
Listen, I got to pay my bills.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about this.
Yes, we will. Yes, you can.
This weekend, they have Some Like It Hot. So if you're interested, Sunday, go watch a movie. You can go and see the description. I think there's a trailer online. Go to the What's On tab on delart.org. Go watch you a movie. Listen, next month about to be popping because they playing Love and Basketball. They playing House Party, Love Jones.
Okay.
So you better get you a little membership so you can get in there free.
Cool.
So that's all we have. Thank you for watching.
Absolutely.
We love you guys. Bye.
Fade to black.